Welcome back to Askewed Reviews, and we have another viewer request today, and it is for the 1998 film, The Opposite of Sex. Here is your trivia question for today. What are the names of Lucia's siblings? The answer will be at the end of this video. So at the beginning of our film, we meet Dee Dee Truitt, who is at her stepfather's funeral. She has decided this is the kicking off point where she is going to leave her mother and go off on her own. She decides that she's going to move to Indiana and live with her half brother Bill. Bill, by the way, is an English teacher for a high school and gay. He also had a boyfriend at one point who unfortunately passed away due to HIV, but did leave him quite a hefty sum of money. Now, also living with Bill is his new boyfriend, Matt. Dee Dee, who from the very beginning of the film has said that she is a terrible person, has decided that she is going to try and seduce Matt. Apparently, after about a month, she has somehow whittled him down and convinced him to have sex with her. By the way, in this odd love triangle, you have Bill, who's 35, Matt, who's 26, and Dee Dee, who is 16. So eventually, Dee Dee and Matt come clean and let Bill know that they've been fooling around behind his back. They also notify him that Dee Dee is pregnant. The two of them then run off together and steal $10,000 from Bill as well. To round out the cast, we also have Lucia, who is the sister of the man that passed away that Bill was once in love with, and she's kind of weirdly obsessed with Bill. Jason, who within the past few years actually went to the school that Bill teaches at, and is weirdly obsessed with Matt, so much so that he threatens to say that Bill sexually assaulted him if he can't help him find Matt. And finally, there's Carl, who is a local police officer and is weirdly obsessed with Lucia. So Bill, along with Lucia, decide to go and see if they can find both Dee Dee and Matt, as Bill still has feelings for Matt and thinks that he can still help his sister Dee Dee. So will things eventually end happily for everyone, or will Dee Dee just continue to wreck everyone's life on purpose? This film was written and directed by Don Roos. This was actually the final feature film that was produced by Reicher Entertainment. The company then shut down the following year in 1999. The movie takes place in 4 different locations: Louisiana, Indiana, California, and Canada, but it was primarily just filmed in Los Angeles, California. Christina Ricci plays the character of Dee Dee Truitt, but the role almost did go to Alicia Silverstone. The cabin that they use at the end of the film was also used in the 1983 film War Games. The restaurant where Bill, Lucia, Dee Dee, and Matt meet together is Chasen's, which was in West Hollywood. It was frequently visited by celebrities but closed in 1995 and unfortunately torn down not long after this movie was made. Throughout the film, Dee Dee is actually narrating the entire story. At one point she says, "What'd you think? I'd be the dead one? I'm the fucking narrator, guys, keep up." This statement just proves that Dee Dee doesn't know her cinema history, as one of the most famous movies to ever have a narrator, Sunset Boulevard, actually had the narrator dead from the beginning. So when it comes to the film The Opposite of Sex, I just did not like this movie that much, and it's mainly due to the fact that I did not like a single character. Everyone was either a horrible person, horribly obsessed with someone, or completely gullible. So unfortunately, even though some of the acting was really good, I'm going to have to give this movie a 2 out of 5. So if you can't get enough of this film, there was actually a musical stage production that was adapted from it in 2004. And if you just want some other recommendations of movies that feel similar, I would recommend Muriel's Wedding, But I'm a Cheerleader, Saved, or Election. Now, as for the trivia question from the beginning of this episode, what are the names of Lucia's siblings? There was her brother Tom, and then her 2 sisters, Marcia and Tricia. And this is why she is called Lucia, because her name was originally Lucia, but because Marcia and Tricia are spelled with CIA at the end, she went by Lucia. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews, and if there's any other movies you'd like to see get a review, just mention them in the comments.